me see what this will do. Oh shit. Not y'all seeing my bosoms. Okay, I think we're. I think we're good. I think. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Okay. I don't even know how to start. Ah! Okay, so this reading is going to be on Joe Jackson, the father of the Jackson 5. It was gonna be a mediumship reading, but to be honest with you, y'all, I don't feel comfortable with calling on the dead right now. Because I don't think that I'm just in the right headspace to do that right now. But I am gonna pull some cards, and if he just so happens to, you know, show up, then so be it, right? But I watched the movie and the new one that just came out with Jafar, and hi, Jimmy Bob. That's a funny name, Jimmy Bob. I came to. What the fuck? Let's not do this. Let's not do this. What are these names? What are these names? I'm scared. Okay, that caught me off guard. Anyways, yeah, Joe is hated, honey. Joe is hated universally. And so I was just like, you know what, let me just do a reading on him. And I actually saw Latoya make some very disparaging claims about Joe, such as he violated her at a young age, and her mom lied, and Joe said that she lied too at one point. And so her mom said that she lied, excuse me, and Joe also said that she was lying. Of course, the damn predator is gonna say the victim is lying, especially if he got caught. But can you do a backflip? I can't ask Joe Jackson that. I think that would be considered, you know, a little bit disrespectful to the dead. But if I can ask if he stick around, you know, I can ask him that for sure. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. So my first question is going to be just asking for my bad. Yeah. My first question is going to be, what is Joe Jackson's current energy? Shit. What is Joe Jackson's current energy? Joe Jackson. Joseph Jackson, the father of the Jackson 5. Oh, you're up at 3 a.m. Oh, that's cool. It's like, whatchamacallit? It's like almost 11 o'clock here. But welcome. Joe Jackson's current energy. Oh. Joe Jackson's current energy. The father of the Jackson 5. Okay, so we have the World card. Then we have the Hanged Man. Then we have the Eight of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. And then we have the Three of Cups. Well, this nigga ain't shit, even in death, my lord. Bye. Well, y'all, he feels like he sacrificed, and he feels like he feels like he made it. The Jacksons wouldn't be who they were today if it wasn't for him. Very much so have this ego sort of outlook on his own family, and he kind of feels proud also, in a sense. Maybe when it comes to Jafar, he feels proud of the legacy, and he's very much so like, it was because of me. But also, he doesn't like that people are painting him out to be this bad person. He doesn't like that. Honestly, y'all, there's no accountability being taken here whatsoever when it comes to Joe's spirit. There's no remorse. There's none of that. It's more so like, y'all are shitting on me. You get what I'm saying? Like, and he doesn't like that. Because in his mind, he feels like he sacrificed, he done everything he could, for the family. And yeah, it's mostly here just talking about sacrifice and putting everything on the line. And also something about Catherine here with the Eight of Swords. I don't think Catherine is at peace. Even when he's gone, I don't think she's at peace. I think she's in her head a lot. I think she is I think she's stressed out, you know. I think she feels trapped. I think she feels imprisoned. Yeah, and there's conflict when it comes to Joe, or maybe there's conflict amongst the family or the siblings. I think that the family is very broken, y'all. And in Joe's perspective, it's like, y'all can have your differences, y'all could be broken, but make sure you also have a legacy and a reputation to uphold, is what Joe feels like. Okay. That's all I'm saying for Joe, y'all, when it comes to his current energy. My next question is, why was he so abusive? I don't know which deck I want to use for this question. You know what? We just gonna figure it out. We gonna play it by ear. Hi, Aaliyah. Oh, hi, Aaliyah. Hi, Aaliyah. What's good, girl? I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I need to fix these cards. Okay. Joe Jackson. Why was Joseph Jackson so abusive towards his kids? Why was Joe Jackson? I just thought my sister's hair. Huh? Though, gotta clean it up so I won't be typing in chat a little bit. Oh, that's okay. Why was Joe Jackson so abusive towards his kids? We have the Star card. We have the Chariot. We have the Fool. The Queen of Cups. The Four of Wands. And the Eight of Wands. Okay, y'all. To be honest with you, I'm seeing a few things here. One, I think that he was abusive towards his own kids to assert dominance over Catherine. I think that him and Catherine's relationship, it was a typical dynamic of him being threatened by this woman, and then because of his own insecurities, right? And then getting the woman just wasn't enough. Being married to the woman just wasn't enough. So he had to make sure that he kept the woman by instilling fear and um just very unnecessary, toxic, and hyper masculinity. Another thing that I'm seeing here is I don't know if Joe was abused himself when he was younger, but I don't necessarily see that. It's more so him teaching his kids discipline was a big thing for him. He was a big disciplinarian. And maybe he got that from his childhood. I'm not sure. Maybe his parents would do the same thing. I'm not sure. But it's mostly discipline as well as trying to assert dominance with his own wife. And of course, I think that as time went on, I do think that, he would go through things or like we all do, and he would, take that out on his kids when he did inflict, abuse and trauma onto his own kids, right? So he would overdo it at times, and I think those were the times where he would, take his anger or his frustration out on his own kids. But mostly, it's mostly asserting dominance with Catherine, and also That was his way of disciplining his own kids. And maybe it's because, you know, he didn't know any other way at the time. And I don't see him feeling bad either. So, okay, I'm done. What are we talking about? Uh, Joe Jackson. Um, okay, my next question here is trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Um, my next question here is, did he molest Latoya and her sister? Latoya Jackson and her sister. Did Joe Jackson actually molest Latoya Jackson and her sister? We have the Three of Pentacles, the Judgment, he did. Yeah, he did. Um, I don't think it was like this is so graphic. I don't even feel comfortable with saying this shit. Is he Michael Jackson's dad? Yeah, exactly. Joseph Jackson. I don't even feel comfortable with saying this for real. Like, I don't see like, I see him like touching, right? I don't see no like anything else going on. But yeah, he did. Yeah. And again, I think that I feel like the only reason why he stopped was because it got out in the public. I honestly feel like some more of her siblings were going to be victims if he didn't already, you know, have a target on his back and it didn't already get out in the public. And again, I don't see no remorse here. I don't. Y'all, I'm very confident in saying that Joe Jackson was like not the devil, but like I honestly feel like he was demon possessed. Like no soul, absolutely no soul in this individual's Joe's feelings towards Michael Jackson's accusations. What are Joe Jackson's feelings towards Michael Jackson's accusations? Hi. Hi. Welcome. I'm I'm not African. I get that a lot. No, I'm American. Sorry. I know you said that you're African, but I take it that you're telling me that because you think that I'm African. I know. I'm not African. I'm American. She's from Cali. Right. What are Joe Jackson's feelings towards Michael Jackson's child accusations? We have family ties. Okay, interesting. We have foresight. We have the Hive Code. Okay. Well, I will say that Joe, if I'm not mistaken, there might be like like interviews and stuff of him actually defending Michael, saying that Michael isn't really capable of doing something like that. Um, but see, the thing is, Joe defended Michael because it wasn't out of love. It was more so trying to get back into Michael's good graces, you know? Y'all, and I hate people who are like this. I speak Portuguese too. You speak so fast. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. My bad. I'll try and slow down. Um, what was I saying? The thing is, though, and I can't stand people who are like this. It's like with Joe, you think that being overtly nice, or in this case, having my back, is supposed to make me get back into contact with you again, it's supposed to like you again, but you're not addressing why the fuck I don't fuck with you in the first place. I don't fuck with you in the first place, and it's that's the reason I don't fuck with you, and you don't want to change the reason why I don't fuck with you. You think that adding all these embellishments and being overtly nice is supposed to make me, it's supposed to have you get back into my good graces. No, no, that's not how this works. And so that's exactly what Joe did. You know, Joe was like, oh, maybe, but you know what? It kind of worked, if I'm not mistaken. And you know, a lot of people give Michael Jackson shit for this, but I honestly feel like he was still mentally a child. And for a little bit, I think that Joe kind of being there for him in such a hard time kind of worked. And, um, but it was a manipulation tactic. Old, old old Pookie, I get to go. I love the talk. Okay, bye. What's good, my ninja? Oh shit. I'm like I'm like, who the fuck is this? Do I need a block? Do I need a blockiana? Okay, but who is the guy talking about you? I'm not sure. I have no clue. Girl, I'm not even looking at these comments. I'm not I'm not even looking at these comments. Girl, I don't know. But whoever it is, you could like the video. But yeah, hi Big Rich. And bye Aaliyah. Bye Aaliyah. Have a good night. um sorry. My bad. I got distracted. But yeah, it's not even showing me if he thinks that Michael did it either. It's more so like, oh, I'm gonna stick beside him. Because it was considered one of the lowest parts of Michael's life. That was one of the lowest times in Michael's life. And Joe saw it as a, y'all, Joe is a motherfucking, he's a predator. He's a predator. You see, he took that as a perfect opportunity to try and get Michael to get back into contact with him again. And he knows his son. He knows his son. And also, I also have think that it has something to do with Michael not actually being mentally an adult. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's considered a mental illness. However, mental illness wasn't really talked about that much back then. And so I'm sorry, but I feel kind of bad for Michael. Even though there's no excuse as to why he should have been dating a 12-year-old and he was 17. Um, I clearly see for what it is. I clearly see it for what it is. Like, he was still mentally a kid. He was. And so, but still, you know, I'm kind of like trying, like, kind of playing devil's advocate here, and I feel so bad. I feel so bad for all those kids. Well, because Michael went the furthest, it was kind of easy for you to see how over time, um, fame and how things had impacted his life. And I feel in his trauma in his childhood or lack thereof, I feel so bad. I feel so bad for him. Aaliyah, my mom teach me to tell the truth. What is going on? Hold on. What is happening? What's up? How's everything going? I'm just doing a reading, Big Rich. It says read the thing I last wrote. Aaliyah, my mom taught me to tell the truth. Well, maybe we'll probably keep it to yourself. Do you think she like you flirting with her? I'd marry this woman easily. Okay. Let's not. Well, keep that to yourself. Um, hold on. Let me see. Mm, okay. Cause my lord. Um, and well, who is this person? His name was John. Um, Aaliyah is a minor. I'd appreciate it if you do not argue with kids. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Shit, I forgot where I left off. Hold on. Okay, so I did Joe's feelings towards Michael's accusations. Why did he want his kids to call him Joseph instead of Dad? That's another thing that um I watched a little bit of a deep dive in regards to Joe, and a few things stood out, such as the accusations about him and them not wanting him to call him Dad. Sorry, and him not wanting them to call him Dad, but Joe instead, which I'm like, why the fuck? Why? So we're gonna see. Why didn't Joe want his kids to call him Dad? Why did Joe want his kids to call him by his actual name? We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Judgment. We have the Magician. Then we have the Two of Cups. Then we have the Death. We have the Death card, and we have the Hierophant. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know what the hell this means. I don't know. It's weird. It's like, okay, I know what it means, but like, it's like this man had like it's weird. It's like he had like this complex in his mind of like the emperor, you know, like someone who's in charge, right? Um and I guess because he was grooming them for like the music industry business, like I guess it was like a matter of them differentiating between manager and father. I don't know. It's weird. It's like them kind of like just telling the difference between the two. Like with the Two of Cups here, this talks about, you know, like love, partnership, mutual connection, attraction, da 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 da. And then we have the Emperor. I mean the Hierophant. Excuse me. And honestly, I think that something about his wife too. I don't even think his wife called him anything affectionate. Like I think his own wife called him like, you know how like couples they call each other like affectionate names? It's like honey or like Pookie, or shit like that, right? It's like his own wife didn't even call him like any like affectionate name. She called him Joe. And I think that's how he preferred it. It's weird. A part of me feels like he didn't even want kids for real. Again, it's like he just wanted a woman to control. And he had all them damn kids. He sat there so she wouldn't go nowhere. So his own wife wouldn't go nowhere. A part of me feels like Joe didn't even want no fucking kids. He caught her. He caught her. You know how they say like there's like a whole bunch of fish in the sea. He caught this woman. He didn't want to let her go, so he trapped her. With 9 fucking kids. That's ridiculous. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to live vicariously through these kids because I had a failed music career. Also, y'all, I think he reincarnated back into the earth because even reading his energy, it feels very empty. It feels like, yes, this all happened in the past, but it feels like everything, like, I don't know, just the energy has no substance. I'm reading it and looking at it from an objective perspective, but it has no substance. I don't know how else to describe it. Does Joe have any messages for Catherine? Does Joe Jackson have any messages for Catherine? Your love is not a clearance sale. Stop discounting yourself for attention. You are a full price energy. Stop accepting kinda interested or might show up vibes. You deserve adoration, not bargain bin romance. You're trying to grow a garden in someone else's emotional parking lot. You need watering dead soil and wondering why nothing blooms. Stop planting where nothing roots. Your love deserves fertile grounds, not potholes and tumbleweeds. Okay. Y'all, he feels like this is ridiculous. He feels like Catherine is not doing all that she should with the family ties. She's not capitalizing off the family name as much as she should, is how he feels. He feels like she's just wasting away. Y'all, it is coming up on her time to pass away. It is approaching her time, and his higher self feels like she's just wasting away. She's not really doing much. But see, this is where, honestly, he's just mad because Catherine is actually well kept by her kids, well kept. And if it was her that died instead of him, Joe would be pretty miserable because the way that he treated his kids, nobody was going to want to deal with him. Nobody was going to want to help him while he's aging. Nobody was going to want to help this nigga. He was going to be miserable. He was probably going to be sitting in an old folks home somewhere. If they're still finding themselves, help them get lost. He's not on a healing journey. He's on a self-centered vacation. What the fuck did I just say? He's not on a healing journey. He's on a self-centered vacation. You're not a stop along the way. You're the whole damn destination. maybe I shouldn't say this, but Joe Jackson was a menace. And he was in no, he wasn't interested in changing at all. As a matter of fact, even in the afterlife, even when this nigga is dead and no more, he's still on his bullshit. He was a lost cause. And I feel so bad. I'm so sorry for anybody who was a victim of Joseph Jackson. My God. Y'all, that's all the questions that I have. I appreciate you guys for watching the whatchamacallit, the video. I think I'm gonna get off, and I didn't really like this reading that much. I had something else in mind. I was going to do a mediumship reading. I wasn't gonna use cards, but I was like, I don't feel like calling on the dead right now. I don't feel comfortable with doing that in the current headspace that I'm in, but yeah. Um, so I'll see you guys some other time. All right? Bye.